I think it was pretty basic. Friday was pretty chilled. I went home after a few meetings, and that was it for Monday. Sorry, for Friday. Sorry, Saturday. Run errands in the morning. Spend the rest of the day in the house. So I went to go and do my hair. Then I did an event in the evening. So a big shout out to Kelvin Vincent. So if you don't know Kelvin Vincent, he's a celebrated stylist and fashion designer with a brand Epiphany Africa, and he has a magazine called Euphoria Africa. So they were doing something really special on domestic violence. So basically, they're trying to raise funds to build a lab for Dovsu. So they're trying to raise funds to build a lab for Dovsu. And it was really amazing to see the incredible personalities that came through: the Australian ambassador to Ghana, the Norwegian ambassador to Ghana, people from the Spanish embassy, some of the creme de la creme of the society, from business, entertainment, creative arts, commerce. Like, it was a lot of heads of industries and personalities in there. And I was really excited to host so that we could try and raise funds for the lab. And it was amazing to just see everyone converge on something that is so personal to I think every woman. There's no woman that has walked out of her house, at night or something, and not been afraid at some point. I'm not even capping. Like, we all have that moment where you're walking down the street, you're afraid if someone's going to come and attack you. And I don't think men get to fear that as much as women, but sometimes you're walking, and I'll give you an interesting story. So when I was when I went on break, so I was going to meet up some friends at a house party, and I had to take public transport. It was quite a distance away, so I knew any Uber would be like £70, £80, and I was not about to pay almost 2,000 cedis for just a cab ride. So I had to take a train and take a bus to get to the place. And I had to take 2 trains and then a bus. So I get down at my final stop, and if you're aware of the UK public transport system, the bus never gets you to your exact location, just like Ghana. So I had to walk a distance, and I was doing Google Maps. So I was walking, and at some point, I see that there are like a group of 4 men that were walking behind me. The real fear caught me. I crossed the street, and I think they also had to go to the streets I was crossing on. So they also crossed the street. I said, Jesus, is this how I'm going to go? Did I come to someone's land to come and get attacked? But thankfully, I had literally gone just to the house, and so it was a bit of a house party, and the people who were in the house were already outside, so everyone was waiting for me really to come, because they thought I had been lost, because I had taken so long to get there. And then everyone saw me, and then I saw that there were people I knew in front, so then it calmed me. But if I had to walk another distance with those gentlemen walking behind me, I'd have probably just perished. Like, the fear alone would have probably just given me a heart attack just walking on my own. But yeah, like, we've all gotten that moment where we're either walking to a place, leaving a place, even sitting in your car sometimes, and when you're even leaving a location and it's dark and you're not sure of it, you're looking over your shoulder. We've all had those moments. The men, yes, I'm assuming so, but even more so the women. So it was really nice to have a conversation about how we can all do our bit in terms of removing the stigma that comes with women that report issues of gender-based sexual violence or gender-based violence in general. And as well, how we can raise funds to be able to help with it. So a big shout out going out to Euphoria Africa. But I think it's a bigger conversation that needs to be had across board. We all need to have conversations on how we can do better with helping eradicate gender-based violence, because the statistics are crazy. 1 in every 5 Ghanaian women has either faced gender-based violence, experienced it in some way, shape, or form, or is a survivor. 1 in every 5 Ghanaian women, and that is crazy. all because we're not sensitizing people enough to understand that you cannot do certain things. So it's a bigger conversation that needs to be had, and I'm excited to work with for Africa to make that happen. So big shout out to Kelvin Vincent, to Jocelyn Dumas, to Honorable Joyce Bawa Mukhtari, to Honorable Bobia Dako Poku, to Yaira, big shout out to you as well. And to everyone that came through, quite an impressive list of individuals that came through to be a part of it. And hopefully your first step towards it, because imagine you are raped or sexually attacked or sexually assaulted, and then you now have to go to Dosu to report, and then you now have to leave there and go to a completely random hospital and do testing and all of that, and you have to relive the embarrassment, the dehumanizing treatment you've already just encountered many times over to completely random people. But it'll be so much easier if once you get to Dosu and report it, you can just go straight to their lab, you get tested, you have evidence, and we can help ensure quicker, faster, easier prosecution of those that do partake in gender-based sexual violence. So yeah, that was my Saturday. On Sunday, I went to church. I went to two churches actually. So I went to my regular church in Jolu. Then I had to go and visit my a pastor who used to be our former pastor, but he's in a different church now. I went to go and visit him as well. So I ended up doing two church services. But it was still a blessing all through. Then I came home, ate, and then stayed in my house literally till this morning. Did nothing, went nowhere, just relaxed. I completely switched off. I avoided all calls, all messages. Like I switched off yesterday because I was a little tired. So that was my weekend in a nutshell. How was yours? Getting into a few messages now. Kamla says, AJ, my weekend was the opposite of you. I had 3 funerals to attend. I ended up moving from place to place to place. I was even tired. But may the spirits of those dearly departed rest in perfect peace. And all those suffering in mourning, may God give them strength. Enjoying the music today. Thank you so much. Well, thank you for being tuned in, Kwamla. Sefa says, AJ, Charlie, your music do all. What a spirit-filled way to start off the week. Encouraged, blessed, and ready to start my week off. Thank you so much for the music. Well, glad to know you're enjoying it, Sefas. Nanajua says, oh, AJ, it's like you knew what my spirit needed this morning. Thank you for the music. My weekend was quite simple. Stayed home with the kids and just basically did fun activities with them. It was tiring, but also very fulfilling. Enjoy your week ahead, AJ. Thank you so much for that. Miranda says, AJ, what a vibe, what a vibe. My weekend was spent at a funeral, a wedding, and a birthday party. So I literally had the best of all of it. Looking forward to a great week ahead. Thank you again for the music. Well, I'm glad you liked it. Mercy says, AJ, this week, dear, the Lord must do it for us. So the Lord must do it for us. Sending love to all the people in my office. We are all enjoying you loud here in Tema. Glad to know you're tuned in, Mercy. And finally, the message coming in, Kelvin says, oh my, AJ, your weekend sounded like it was exciting. Mine was actually pretty simple. I just stayed indoors and did some learning for some impending courses I am doing, or some pending courses I'm doing. So that's how I spend my weekend. Enjoyed some Saturday watching and basically just rested all through. Have a great weekend ahead. Great week ahead, AJ. Thank you so much for that. Well, thank you for your messages. For all those I couldn't read, forgive me. Quite a number came through as well on our live stream. Leaving you with the final one from Nathaniel Bassi. And it's titled Hallelujah. Enjoy the rest of your day. Of course, shortly we just comes through with the news at midday. Then Black Rasta will continue from 1 p.m. And of course, Giovanni will come through and get you home right from 3 p.m. There's a lot more great music coming your way. Great conversation, and of course, an update on the news. But inviting you to also join me for 3FM Afro Connect this Saturday at the Kwame Nkrumah Memorial Park. You don't want to miss it. 20 Ghana cities only to get in, and a wealth of activities just for you. Come shopping for all your African products from amazing vendors. Jam along with a live band. Get to meet the different African countries and so much more. Join our weekly African buffet every and it's going to be absolutely amazing. But reminding you that you have to be having the African buffet at Tomric Hotel. Join our weekly African buffet every Sunday from 12 p.m. to 4 p.m. with live band and delicious grilled dishes. Yep. Everything you need and more is gathered at Tomric Hotel, 12 p.m. to 4 p.m. Get live band and delicious grilled dishes by simply calling us 0509-858-415. 0509-858-419 or 0501-565-638. That's 0501-565-638 to reserve a table. Join us for all of that excitement and more at Tomric Hotel every Sunday. Leaving you with Nathaniel Bassi. Enjoy the